Hey, 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 scrappy people. It's Tracy Reed here today with my Elf on the Shelf little tiny December daily sort of thingy mabobber in my pocket page notebook. And I am working on days 3 and 4. And unfortunately, my camera didn't start recording when I thought it did. So I did a little bit of work just cutting down some paper and adhering journal strips and backing these two little photos in patterned paper before the camera started, but not much. You didn't miss much. It's no big deal. So I have this large photo of Hermie and Sid in the Christmas tree when Sid arrived, and I love the vertical orientation of it. So I decided to print it out at 4 by 8, or it's actually 4.5 by 8.5. Or something like that, 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, something. It's something like that. And I stuck it in the plastic pocket at full size. So that means that on the other side of the spread is also another full size photo. So they're two of my favorite photos so far in my Elf on the Shelf album. So it's perfect that they get to be so large. So I am just using this frame to add a little bit more dimension to this side of the page. I honestly struggled a little bit with this side of the spread, and I do come back to it even after I have finished the next page and add a little bit more to it than what I have here. So there's a little wordy sticker, and then I get out the puffy stickers and I decide to put a chipboard, or not a chipboard, a Christmas tree, my goodness, Christmas tree sticker here. These aren't puffy. These are from the Fa La 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 line, maybe? No, I don't know what they're from. They're from the Hip Kit Club kit is what they're from. And so I decided to add a couple of stickers, and then I decided I didn't like that sticker, but I added it to the photo, so it wasn't coming up, so I'm gonna have to work around it. Now I'm looking at the puffy stickers and not going to use any more of these stickers, but I am going to use a few puffy stars around the outside of that Christmas tree. And I found these cute little candy canes that I didn't see before, and they're perfect for Finn's candy cane garden. So I just stick those on the other side of the spread while I was thinking about it. No big deal. Traveler's notebooks are fluid. So here is a word strip on this one. And again, I am going to come back to this side of the spread after I've worked on the other side for a little while, and I'll add a few more things because I wasn't really happy with the way that this came out initially. But for the moment, we're going to move on to the other side. Once I've decided I don't want to use any of these. There we go. Now we're going to move over to the other side. So this is my absolute favorite photo I've taken so far of Hermie and Sid. And Sid decided to decorate the railing on our back deck with Christmas lights, and somehow the silly little elf tangled Hermie up in the lights, and he was hanging off the back patio, poor Hermie. So I don't have any extra photos for this spread. I only have the one large photo. So I am going to just work a whole photo-less layout on the other side of this spread. And I have the perfect paper for it. And I was actually kind of heartbroken to cut into this paper, but I'm going to use it anyway, and I might go buy myself another one. It is this gorgeous Christmas light paper from Pink Fresh Studio. And it has Christmas lights on it, and it's just perfect for this spread. And it even cuts beautifully into a 4x8, just perfectly. Trying to decide which side I want to use, but I definitely like this side better. So I adhere it down, and I'm going to build my title in the top center of the spread. Once I get that trimmed, my goodness. So I wasn't a big fan of the bird, so I'm going to try and cover him up. And I decided to cut out Deck the Halls from this paper, and I'm going to notch it into a banner. And then I'm going to back it in the reverse side of that Christmas light paper, which is pink. So it will match the little pink Christmas lights perfectly. And I was contemplating cutting out the Christmas lights from here and using them as a banner, but I decided that I didn't want to cover up the photo any more than I already had. So I'm just going to use it as it is. All right, so I've got the title nailed down, and I'm going to adhere the journal strips above the title. But then I remembered that I have these cute wood veneer Christmas lights from an old December kit that I designed for Gossamer Blue. And I'm going to pull those out and figure out how I want to incorporate them after I figure out where I want this title. So I'm going to glue down these journal strips at the top of the page. And then I'm going to start working in these Christmas lights, and I'm going to string them on the Christmas light string just like if they were a part of the design. And I really like the extra little dimension that gives the page without making it too, without distracting from the design of the paper, and without thickening up the traveler's notebook too much. These wood veneer are really, really thin, so they're perfect for traveler's notebooks. So I'm decided that I want to add a couple stickers to this cluster up here, and initially I put that there, but no, that does not work there. So I pull it off, and I'm going to put it on the outside of the number. And I keep trying to work in that little Christmas light, but it's not working the way I want it to on that side of the page. So while I think about what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stick down these Christmas lights here instead. I still need something to go over that banner. That star was way too big. So I find the washi tape, and nope, that's not going to work there. So I'm going through all of the other December daily stuff I have out right now for my regular December daily. And I find the wood veneer from the hip kit. Well, it's like wood veneer and plastic and all that. And it has these cute little foam glittery stars in it, so I'm going to use that. There we go. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to add some snowflakes in the white spaces. Put my picture back in the pocket, and then I'm going to flip it over and go back to the other side and add a couple more things. I'm going to add a little little enamel stars there, and then I'm going to add a sticker down in the bottom, kind of framing Hermie so that it draws your eye to him a little bit. And then I'm going to call it good. There we go. Yep. Now we are done. So if you enjoyed this spread, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you check out my regular December dailies on my page as well. Thank you.